Hello and welcome everybody. It's day 3, match number 5 of Cricket Hong Kong Women's Premier League 2025-26. LSW women and Lantau CC women playing their second game of the season.
You will be able to see the scores on the app. It'll change it up to other side. Should be the other side.
Mariam Bibi and Shanzeen opening the batting for LSW. It's been a rather eventful start in the first few balls. There's been a no ball, there's been a free hit that only yielded 1 run, and then this shot recently was in the air but safely in the gap. Just to remind you, 20-over format, 5 teams play a round robin followed by the top 2 vying for the silverware in the final. This morning it was LSW who won the toss and elected to bat first.
Thank you.
6-over power play. In the T20s, only 2 fielders can be outside the circle. Lantau have opted to put a deep mid-wicket and long on. Down the track and no damage done. Mariam and Shanzeen, both really positive batters, will look to maximize the power play. Lantau knows that. From Lantau, it's Mehekdeep, the captain today, who's opening the bowling. Spin was what worked for them in the previous game, so it makes sense that they've opted to go with spin first up. 5th ball of the over, driven safely to covers, another dot ball. Last ball of the first over coming up. Mehekdeep comes in, crosses the umpire, ball, slighted delivery, full toss, hit by Mariam, but straight to the fielder. And that will be the end of the first over. At the end of the first over, LSW are 8 runs for the loss of no wickets. Just to walk you through the teams. Both teams opting to make a couple of changes today. 2 from LSW. Yasmin and Aiza are not playing today, and they've been replaced by Jonna and Harsha. Lantau, on the other hand, making 5 changes. They've got their captain Mehekdeep back. Akshi, Wensi, Arisha and Shante are playing. Asfa, Charlene, Nimbra, Simrandeep and Vajiha are out. Doing the duties behind the stumps for Lantau is Wensi. And to share the new ball duties with Mehekdeep, it's going to be a quick bowler from Lantau, Gurkamal. She bowled well in the previous game as well. Right arm over the wicket, comes in, bowls. Good length delivery, swept away by Shanzeen, and it's running away to the square leg boundary, and it's 4. So first boundary off the bat of the innings, and it's come through Shanzeen's bat. She played a good knock in the previous game as well, scoring a good 40-odd. She saw the gap early, decided to target the square leg boundary and was successful this time around. So pressure early on Gurkamal at the beginning of her over. Boundary of the first ball. Has not prompted a change of field. Still a deep mid-wicket and a long on the boundary. Everyone else inside the circle owing to the fielding restrictions. Gurkamal comes in once again. Another good length delivery, another sweep, but this time does not connect it that well, but has managed to evade the fielder on short fine. The batters want to come back for 2 and they'll come back easily. 2 more runs to the total. Gurkamal struggling to find her lines early, straying on the pads on both occasions, and Shanzeen very good off her legs. Generally in Hong Kong, these female cricketers love their pull shots and the sweep shots. A lot of runs are scored behind square. And we're seeing a glimpse of that right now as Gurkamal comes in for the third time this over. Another good length delivery, finds a better line this time. Driven straight in between mid-on and mid-off, and the batters go through for a single. Good cricket there. Not overly aggressive, knowing that they've got 6 runs in the first 2 deliveries of the over. Shanzeen respects the ball, which was better than the first 2 that were bowled, and gets a single, gets off strike. Mariam now marking her guard. Both of these have represented the Hong Kong national team and continue to be in the national squad when they're available. Gurkamal to Mariam. Good length delivery, swept away by Mariam straight to the short fine fielder. Could have been risky, but it's a throw that they could have taken risk on, and they've completed the single without any damage done. Both batters looking good. Shanzeen already into double figures. Mariam just finding her bearings right now. Gurkamal to Shanzeen. Short delivery, cut away, but stopped by the fielder at extra cover in the circle. That was a good fielding effort. The bowler should certainly applaud the fielder over there, because if not for the fielder, it was a certain boundary. And as we go about it, there's a change in field. Long on comes in. Deep square leg goes back exactly where the boundary was hit. Gurkamal coming in one more time this over. Full delivery, driven away this time. Finds the gap between mid-off and cover, but only a single as mid-off runs to her left to cut it off. Good backing up by Vancy for the throw over there, making sure there were no overthrows. And that's the end of the second over. At the end of 2 overs, LSW women 17 for the loss of no wicket. It looks like the captain's going to continue. Spinner and a fast bowler. We often see that in modern day cricket. Sharing the new ball duties. Gone are the days where the ball swings for 10 overs up front. Spinners much more trusted with the new ball these days, bringing in a lot of variety. Keeper standing up, forcing the batter to be mindful of where they stand in the crease. Mahekdeep comes in, bowls. Played to the point fielder, and the batters go through for a quick single. That was a direct hit, but good running. I guess they're safe. There was good fielding at backward point, which I believe was Myra. Shanzeen and Mariam will definitely be mindful of her going forward to not chance her arm. Mahekdeep for the second time this over. Flighted delivery, called a no ball, and it's been pulled away by Mariam, and that might be the first boundary of her bat. Yes, it's been given as a no ball, and the first boundary of Mariam's bat, and what better could it be that it's going to follow a free hit. Mahekdeep, the captain today, hasn't had a start that she would have wanted. Quite a few extras have been bowled by her already. Mariam wouldn't mind that. The field cannot change because the batters have not crossed. It's a free hit, and so field has to stay the same. The umpire reminding her of that. Mahekdeep to Mariam. Free hit. Short delivery comes down the track, hits it straight, but there's protection at long on. It's going to be just a single. So Shanzeen now on strike. facing Mehekdeep, who comes in. Full delivery, driven straight down the ground. But there's protection at long on, so that fielder is being kept busy. Keeps it to a single yet again.
Scoreboard is wrong. Put the correct code.
Sir,
Mehekdeep for the fourth time. Outside off, and it's been called a no ball. Yet another no ball and yet another free hit. Mariam would be licking her lips right now. Let's see if she can get a boundary of this free hit. Mehekdeep comes in, bowls. Flat delivery again down the track, but this time hit straight to mid-off, who misfields, and the batters are coming back for a second, and they will make it easily. So Mehekdeep for the fifth time this over. Full delivery, driven down the ground, again to long on for a single. These batters have been good at rotating the strike, getting the boundaries in between, making sure they capitalize on every opportunity they get. Quite a brisk start from LSW. Last ball of the over coming up. Flighted delivery, full delivery, driven between cover and extra, and it's crossed the circle. Fielder giving it a chase. Batters coming back for a second, and they'll make it easily. So 2 runs to finish the over at the end of 3 overs. LSW 32 for the loss of no wickets. If you've just tuned in, it was LSW who won the toss, chose to bat first, and they've started very briskly, scoring 32 in the first 3 overs. 6-over mandatory power play with fielding restrictions, only 2 fielders outside the circle in the first 6 overs, and LSW making the most of it. And if you've been following the league, it's the second game for both of these sides. LSW played 1 game, won it. Lantau played 1 game, lost it. And so it really is a very impactful game for both of them. The way the teams stack up in this Women's Premier League, and given the format that it's a 5-team round robin with only the top 2 playing the finals, net run rate can play an important role in the game, and hence LSW batting first today would want to score as many runs as they can. As we see a bowling change. So the new bowler coming right arm over the wicket. On the first delivery, Mariam took a single by finding a gap behind point. Shanzeen to face now. Short delivery, cut away. Good effort by the fielder. Got a hand to it, but I think hasn't slowed that down. It's running away to the point fence. Stops just before the boundary. The batter's coming back for a 3rd run. Mariam very enthusiastic to complete it, making Shanzeen run that 3rd. In the end, easy 3 for the batters. Mariam back on strike now. It's Akshi who's come on to bowl. Akshi once again. Good delivery this time. Defended by Mariam, indicating that that might have swung a bit. Akshi comes in once again, fourth time this over. Driven straight to mid-off on the bounce, and the batters complete a quick single. Could have been dangerous if it were a direct hit. That was hit really hard and straight to the fielder, so a good throw might have been curtains for Mariam, but not to be this time. They complete the single safely. Fifth ball of the over coming up. It's been good so far by Akshi, just 5 runs of the 4 balls she's bowled. Comes in, crosses the umpire, bowls, good length delivery, swept away by Shanzeen, but there's protection at deep fine, and it's going to be just a single. She loves that shot, Shanzeen. As I said, the women cricketers in Hong Kong love to score behind square. One of the reasons might be the ground that they play a lot of their cricket on, which is the PKVR Park ground, where the deep square, or the fine leg boundary rather, is the shorter boundary, and hence it gets targeted a lot, which has perfected that shot for a lot of batters. Akshi, for what is to be the last time this over, pulls the length back a bit, cut away, and well fielded by the third fielder. Keeps it down to a single. Good over by Akshi, 7 off it at the end of the fourth. LSW 38 for the loss of no wickets. These two tend to start briskly. In the previous game as well, they got 60 odd in the power play. Mariam seems to be having some trouble. Shanzeen helping her stretch a bit. I hope it's not an injury scare. Okay, she's back on her feet, wearing the helmet back. She's a pivotal part of the LSW team. She bats, she bowls, she's a gun fielder as well. So to lose her would be like losing 3 players, honestly. And for LSW's success in this tournament, she'll have to play a huge part. Right then, the captain has bowled 2 overs from the softball court end and has given away 22 runs. Is she going to continue, or do we have a change in bowling?
Just now I refreshed it, so it's like, so this thing happened 10 seconds ago. It's okay here in innings, but not in this one.
Right then, looks like it's a change in bowling.
One ball. 2 balls. 2 balls. It's actually very slow.
It's Joylene Kaur, who was the captain in the previous game and bowled brilliantly in the previous game. She's come on to bowl. Similar bowling style, but seems to have better control over line length and pace. Mariam got her away slightly wide of mid-on to get that single on the previous delivery. Shanzeen to face now. Joylene comes in, crosses the umpire, bowls, fuller delivery, flighted. It's in the air, but lands safely. In between the bowler and the mid-on fielder, no damage done. That was well bowled by Joylene. Mental victory, I'd say. But these count for so less in cricket. Joylene once again, this over comes in. Fuller delivery this time. Driven straight back. Mid-on, mid-off, both inside the circle. So no opportunity to take a single there. Another dot ball. She has started nicely, Joylene. In the first 4 balls she's bowled, given away just 1 run. Look to create some chances as well. Comes in for the 5th time. Flighted delivery, pulls the length back a bit. Shanzeen tries to steal a single, dabbing it into the offside, but fielders are quick over there. Another dot ball. Last ball of the over coming up. Swept away by Shanzeen, her favorite shot, but there's protection now on the deep square leg boundary, so it's going to be just a single. So after conceding 32 in the first 3 overs, Lantau has come back nicely at the end of 5 overs LSW are 40, but have lost no wickets. Last over of the power play coming up. Akshi to continue. She bowled a good over first up. It's going to be Shenzhen on strike because the batters took a single on the last delivery of the previous over. She's decided to go right arm round the wicket this time. Change of tactics there. Comes in, crosses the umpire, bowls, short delivery outside off stump, and it's been called a wide. She'll have to re-bowl that one. Decided to come around the wicket. Didn't quite execute the way she would have liked, and now has decided to go back over the wicket. That's a good call, I'd say. What worked for you before, there's no need to change it. Comes in again. Short delivery, this time well directed. Flicked into the leg side for a single. Now then, interesting field set over there. There's a third, there's a point, and there's a backward point as well. So lots of gaps in front of square. Behind square, lots of protection, both on the offside and the leg side as the bowler comes in. This time hit away to mid-wicket, but that's very smartly played by Mariam, who doesn't hit it too hard, just fends it into the leg side and takes a quick single. But she's stretching again. Looks to be having some problems in her legs. Early morning start this. Akshi comes in again. Delivers full delivery. Shenzhen tried to get under it but couldn't. And it's a dot ball. This is the last over of the power play. The batters would be looking to maximize it and score some runs while the fielders are forced to be in the circle. 3 more deliveries left. Akshi comes in, full delivery, driven straight, but straight to mid-off, and it was hit a bit too hard to risk taking that single. Good fielding by the mid-off fielder. Very quick pick up and throw back to the bowler. So keeping the batters on their toes over here, Lantau. Couple of dot balls being strung together as Akshi comes in for the 5th time this over. Full delivery, driven, but this time again straight to mid-off, and again no damage done. That was in the air for a bit, but not for long enough for the fielder to have any chance of getting to it. Right then, last ball of the power play coming up. Akshi to Shenzhen. Crosses the umpire, bowls, slower delivery, swept away by Shenzhen, but there's protection at fine leg, and it's going to be just a single. There's a bit of a misfield. The batters are coming back for a second. This could be dangerous, but the throw is not the best of the throws, and the batters make 2 runs successfully. And at the end of the power play, LSW women 45 for the loss of no wickets. After the first 3 overs, it was looking like they're going to score quite a bit and they're going to be off to a flyer, but Lantau has come back really well in the next 3 overs. They've only given away 13 runs, although no damage to the wickets column yet. The umpire signals end of power play, and that means 5 players can be outside the 30-yard circle. 5 fielders. Lantau is not interested in availing that to the full extent, though. They've still... And she comes down the track. She's gone. Is she? Yes, she is. Joylene takes the first wicket. Mariam, looking to be aggressive, looking to go over the offside, comes down the track. And a clean take by the wicketkeeper. Finishes off the stumping. And that's the first wicket down for LSW. Lantau was building up pressure nicely in the last couple of overs after having a bit of a nervy start in the first three. And that has paid off in the form of the wicket of Mariam.
It's tilted and you have to move.
The new batter seems to be Jonna. She is one of the changes that LSW made to their team today. Taking her guard, making sure everything is sorted before she faces her first delivery. The backward point fielder has come up, cover has come up, applying a bit of pressure on the new batter there. Lantau, Joylene comes in, flighted delivery, and fended by Jonna. The fielders in the circle getting quite chirpy, trying to get under the new batter's skin. They sense an opening over here, Lantau. Joylene for the third time this over. Comes in, delivers, pulls the length back a bit. Jonna called for it, but Shanzeen sent her back. It was a bit too risky to run that single. As it happens in a lot of women's cricket, the good batters tend to be stacked up at the top of the order, and then as we go down, the quality keeps on decreasing. And so after getting the first wicket, Lantau really sensing the opportunity to run through. Shanzeen's role becomes extremely important at this stage, being the senior pro, being the captain as well of the team. She's started off well, 24 of 22 deliveries. But right now she's at the non-strikers end, and Joylene has bowled 4 dot deliveries, which includes a wicket. Appeal, but I guess that was going down leg side. Umpire says the same, and Lantau agrees. Last ball of the over coming up. Is it going to be a wicket maiden? Pressure being applied. Short mid, short fine leg. It looks like it's a test match field set right now. Joylene comes in again, and Jonna pulls it this time. Fielder running from deep mid wicket to try to cut it off, but is unsuccessful. That has gone to the square leg boundary. It's a 4. Spoils that maiden over. Gets 4 off the last delivery. Jonna is off the mark in style. Seven overs done. LSW 49 for the loss of 1 wicket. Successful over from Joylene. Didn't end quite the way she would have wanted. Jonna seems to have quite a good baseball swing. And if something comes in her arc, it's going to disappear because she is powerful. Shanzeen on the other end. More orthodox. More proper batter. She'll be looking to play out the 20 overs. Another change in bowling. It's Rani Suman who's come on to bowl. She was really good in the previous game. Got a couple of wickets. Almost turned the game on its head last time they were playing. But that proved to be too little too late. This time she's got the ball earlier, and let's see if she can inflict some more damage. These two batters look like they haven't batted much together. A bit of extra communication needed in the running to avoid a run out here. Rani to Shenzhen for the second time. Comes in. Flighted delivery, full delivery, driven straight back to the bowler, and it's a dot ball. Protection on the leg side for Shenzhen, given her absolute love for the sweep shot. There's a deep mid wicket, deep square leg, and a deep fine leg. And she goes for the sweep shot, misses it. There's an appeal, but given not out by the umpire. That is good bowling by Rani, not bowling at the same pace, varying the pace. This one was bowled a bit slower than the first two deliveries and deceived her in the flight. This time, 3 dot balls to begin for Rani. Comes in for the 4th time. Another flighted delivery, this time outside off stump, and has been called wide. That's the first runs of Rani's bowling. First runs of the bat of her bowling yet to be scored. Lantau with high spirits right now. They've come back very strongly after what I would call rather ordinary first 3 overs. Rani once again. Flighted delivery. It's in the air. Oh, that's a drop catch. And it's running to the boundary. It's going to be a 4. So Shenzhen breaking the shackles there, attacking that flighted delivery, got under it. It wasn't the easiest of chances. And Shenzhen took her risks. Goes over the mid-off fielder and hits the side screen after a couple of bounces. So pressure back on Rani now. After 3 dot delivery, she bowled a wide and then got hit for a boundary the next delivery. Right then, Rani to Shenzhen for the 5th time. Another flighted delivery, another similar type of hit, and this time much more safer. Another boundary, this time to the left of mid-on, and that's gone for 4 runs. Shenzhen, the captain, has said that we've had enough of it. A lot of pressure being applied by Lantau, and I'm going to counter-attack because offense is the best defense. This time gets a boundary, too long on. I guess that has forced a change of field. Now long on has gone back, so 4 fielders outside the circle, all on the leg side. Everyone on the offside inside the circle. Rani comes in for the last ball of the over. Another flighted delivery, full toss this time. Shenzhen just places it into the leg side to take a single, and she's going to stay on strike for the next over. Quite a good over that for LSW. At the end of 8 overs, they are 59 for the loss of 1 wicket. And Shenzhen has gone into her 30s. Joylene, who's bowled really well from the softball court end, is going to continue for her 3rd over. Until now, she has figures of 2 overs, 6 runs and a wicket. The last over, almost a wicket maiden over, if not for the boundary that was hit on the last delivery when Lantau became a bit too aggressive with their field setting. This time, she's bowling to Shenzhen for the whole of Joylene's 2nd over. Shenzhen was on the non-striker's end watching everything unfold. This time she has the strike and first ball full toss driven, but oh, misfield at mid-off. That might be another boundary, but the ball has slowed down and the fielder manages to chase it back. Jonah wants to come back for a second. Could be dangerous, but the throw is not collected cleanly and the batters make it successfully without any damage done. As I said, bit of over communication needed between these 2 batters. They don't look to have played a lot of cricket together. Both very capable, both having good skills with the bat, but running between the wickets is something that comes with time. Joylene to Shenzhen for the 2nd time this over. Another flighted delivery, this time pulled the length back a bit, fended into the offside, no run. For the 3rd time this over, Joylene crosses the umpire. Flighted delivery, full delivery, driven to mid-off. Mid-off is in the circle and misfields again. Will they come back for 2 again? This time they don't. Sensible running. Just a single. And switcheroo among the fielders. Mid-off, who the fielder has been having a hard time over there, has been moved to cover. Cover fielder going to mid-off. Might be a good move there. Because there was 3 free runs that were given to Shenzhen, and that's one batter you don't want to be letting off the hook. Right then, field comes in as Jonna comes on strike. Joylene to Jonna. Full delivery, swept away. Mid-wicket is on the fence, so that's going to be just a single. Two more deliveries of the over to go. Joylene to Shenzhen once again. Comes in, crosses the umpire, delivers the ball, flighted full delivery, driven straight between mid-on and mid-off, and that's a beautiful straight drive for 4. No need for the fielders to help out there with a misfield. That was placed perfectly in between the mid-on and mid-off fielders, and it's 4 runs. Picture perfect from Shenzhen. She's looking really good there, moving into her 40s of 32 deliveries, 4 boundaries to her name. Joylene under a bit of pressure this over. Already 9 runs of the over, 1 more ball to go. She comes in, crosses the umpire, bowls. This time pulls her length back and Shenzhen tries to sweep it. Manages to place it to the right of the fine fielder. And the batters go through for a single. So yet again, single of the last ball of the over seems to be a tactic from Shenzhen. She is going to be on strike yet again for the next over. Looks like it's going to be a bowling change or not maybe. It's just that the fielder was on the boundary and took some time to come in to bowl the next over. So Rani Suman going to continue. Shenzhen to face. 40 not out of 33 deliveries. Inching closer to her 50. The team at 68 for the loss of 1 wicket. Last over this one before drinks. We're going to have drinks at the 10 over mark. Rani comes in, bowls, flighted delivery, swept away by Shenzhen to mid-wicket. There's a fielder at the boundary who cleans it up. Batter's coming for a second. This could be dangerous. They decide to not go for the second. That was well fielded. On the mid-wicket fence by Alishba. So Rani to Jonna for the first time. Extra protection going to the leg side for Jonna. Rani comes in. Flighted delivery, full delivery, defended by Jonna. From first impressions, it's been given a no ball by the umpire. Wow. Early in her innings, Jonna would love it. Field cannot change. She seems to have a really good baseball swing, and if it's in her arc, I think she's going to make the most of her the free hit. The no ball was for having more than 2 fielders behind square. The extra fielder on the leg side was standing behind square leg, and there were already 2 behind square, and hence it was called a no ball. That's been corrected now. No damage on the free hit. Jonna just blocked it into the offside. She was like, bowler, that no ball was not on you. It was on the captain. I'm not going to penalize you for that. Rani comes in again to Jonna. Flighted delivery, pull away. Misses that. As I was saying, if it's in her arc, if it comes in her range, she's going to deposit it into the square leg mid-wicket region. Lantau has realized that. So the field set on the leg side is a deep fine, deep square, deep mid, a mid on, and a short square. So quite a lot of protection in her area of strength. Only 4 fielders on the offside. Rani comes in. Delivers flighted delivery outside off stump, left alone by Jonna. Good thinking by the bowler. Knowing that leg side is what's being targeted by Jonna, she kept it away from her. Sneaking in a dot ball. Rani comes in once again. That one stayed low, but it was not bowled into the stumps. Otherwise, that could have been dangerous. Jonna practicing her straight bat shot over there. Last ball before drinks coming up. Rani comes in, crosses the umpire, flighted delivery, and that's in the air! But reaches the fielder after a couple of bounces because the fielder was right at the boundary and it wasn't hit that well to reach all the way to the boundary. So just a single to finish that over. And after 10 overs, LSW 71 for the loss of 1 wicket. And that's going to be drinks. Drinks being taken, and the coach of Lantau, Asif, is on the field giving some instructions to the girls. For LSW, also some drinks being taken in. Their coach, I guess, Sakleen, is on the field as well, giving the batters some instructions. Pretty even Stevens at this stage. Started out very well for LSW, but then Lantau have managed to pull it back quite well. But in the process, they've also used quite a lot of overs of their best bowlers. So in the second half of the innings, it would be about smart play from both sides to make sure they utilize their resources in the best way possible. Lantau would be looking to keep a lid on the scoring. In the previous game that they played, they got close to 100 runs. Anything above 100 would be a bit challenging for Lantau to chase down. LSW has a good bowling attack as well. The previous game Lantau played was against CCC, who also themselves have quite a decent bowling attack. Change in bowling from the softball court end. Joylene has finished her spell after bowling 3 overs and has been replaced by the right arm fast bowling of who I believe is Fatima. Very good first delivery up front, and that's a very good decision to bring a quick in. Jona's tendency to play cross-batted shots means that if it's a full delivery on the pads and Jona misses it with her cross-batted swing, it's going to be curtains for her if it's in line with the stumps. Fatma is quick as well, comes in for the second time, crosses the umpire, full delivery. Jona decides to play it with a straight bat. Smart batting there. A cross-batted shot for that ball would have been dangerous. I guess Lantau is aware of that. They know she tends to go cross-batted quite a lot, and so they're going to try to keep it full and straight. And it's going to be a you miss, I hit type of tactic to get her wicket. Third delivery after rings. Fatma comes in, pulls the length back a bit, and that's played to mid-off. The batters go through for a single. Oh, direct hit would have been dangerous, but that one misses the stumps. Right then, now 3 balls into the over. The batters have rotated strikes. So Shanzeen is back on strike. She's at 41. She would be looking to get to her 50. She's got a new challenge in front of her now. Fatma to bowl to her. The keeper has decided to come up to the stumps. I guess Shanzeen might have been standing outside the crease. That's a brave move. That takes quite a bit of glove skill to stand up to the stumps to a quick bowler. Forcing the batter to stay in the stumps. Vancy seems to back herself with the gloves, standing up to a quick bowler. Bit of pressure on Shanzeen there. She has to stay in her crease at all times, otherwise if it's a ball that she fails to make contact with and is caught outside the crease, she might be stumped. Vancy is good with the gloves behind the stumps. She was very effective in doing the first stumping of the game. That was the first wicket. Full delivery swept away by Shanzeen, and that's running away to the fine leg fence. Beats the fielders for a 4. Fatima is quick, and one of the disadvantages of being quick is that if you err slightly in your line and length and the batter manages to time it, evades the fielder, then it's going to run away to the fence. And at Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground, also known as Mission Road Ground, the outfield is lightning quick. You hit it 2 feet away from the fielder, and they likely are going to have no chance if they're inside the circle. So then, Shanzeen at 45, 1 shot away from her 50. Fatma comes in, bowls, slower delivery outside off stump. Left alone by the batter, and that's a dot ball to finish the over. 5 off it, LSW 76 for the loss of 1 wicket. Good start by Fatma, barring that one delivery there where she strayed on the pads. Alright, so Joylene has just had a change of ends. It's not a change in bowling fully. Joylene's now going to bowl from the Argyle Street end. It's the last over of her spell. She's bowled 3 overs until now, given away 14 runs and taken a wicket. Jona is going to be on strike. I guess Joylene is going to prefer to err on the fuller side than the shorter side when bowling to Jona. She comes in, crosses the umpire, bowls, flighted delivery, and pulled away by Jona in the gap. Beats the mid-wicket fielder in the circle. That's great fielding by the fielder running in from deep square leg. Slides in and manages to stop it just before the boundary. Was Gurkamal, if I'm not wrong, who shared the new ball with her captain. Saves a definite 2 runs over there. Joylene to Jona. Comes in, bowls, pulls the length back, pulls it. This is running to fine leg. The keeper is giving it a chase. The fine leg fielder is coming in. The batter is not interested in coming back for a second run though. They're going to stick to just a single. It's been given a wide. So 2 extra runs added to the total. Shenzhen on strike right now. Interesting field set there. There's a deep long on. Unconventional mid-wicket. And Shenzhen has hit that in the air, but there's protection. And long on who misfields, and that's gone through her legs for a boundary. Quite a lot of free runs there for Shenzhen. She's been on the benefiting end of quite a lot of misfields today, and she moves to 49 with that 4. Right then, Joylene to Shenzhen. Shenzhen on 49. Flighted delivery. She goes in the air over the top of the short midfielder, going to the mid-wicket fence, and that's been collected cleanly by Mehakdeep on the boundary. And so it's going to be just a single, but that's 50 for Shenzhen of 39 deliveries, 6 fours to her name, and she's been brilliant. She's been out there, faced the first ball, and still out there for her team. A true captain's innings that from Shenzhen. Joylene, last 3 balls of her spell. Crosses the umpire, comes in, bowls, flighted delivery, full toss to Jonna, and it evades, almost evades the short midfielder. That is curtains. It's a direct hit, and Jonna is gone. She's not happy about it. It wasn't the cleanest of stops from Alishba. It hit her leg and stopped, and she seems to be in a bit of pain, but presence of mind, picks it up, throws down the stumps, and she's got in the wicket of Jonna. Jonna not too happy about it. She went on the floor. I guess if she had dragged her bat into the crease, she would have been just fine, but did not do so, and so she's lost her wicket. New batter in, Ruchi Venkatesh. Last season, if I'm not wrong, she was playing for Hong Kong Cricket Club. LSW has signed her on for this season. Good addition to the squad. Provides a spin bowling option as well as a bowler. Can bat in the middle order. Right then, last 2 balls of Joylene's spell. Shenzhen on strike. Comes in, bowls, short delivery, played into the leg side, into the gap for a single. Ruchita takes her guard, has a look at the field. It hasn't changed from what it was for Shenzhen or Jonna before. Joylene, for the last time in her quota this game. Flighted delivery. Oh, is that gone? Yes, that is! Ruchi thought she had gotten it to fine leg, but the keeper had stopped it, and she set off for a single. The keeper saw her out of the crease and effected that run out. Bad luck for Ruchi. She thought she had it away from the keeper, but that was not the case. And good athleticism shown by Vensi behind the stumps. It was off the bat, but she managed to stop it. And also having the presence of mind, seeing the batter is outside the crease and affecting that run out. So 2 wickets in this over, both run outs. An unexpected change of the tide. In the meanwhile, Shenzhen has also gotten to her 50. New batter, Jaswinder Kaur. But she's going to be off strike because the over has finished. Lantau has started strong after drinks, getting 2 wickets in that over. even though Shenzhen has gotten a few runs as well. Fatma to continue from the softball court end. They'd be looking to get a few more wickets quickly now. Quick delivery outside off stump. Dot ball. Good glove work by Vancy behind the stumps, taking it cleanly. The batter had missed it. Third is being sent back to the boundary, just in case there's an edge while playing on the offside. Smart field setting that. Fatma comes in again, crosses the umpire, bowls full delivery, driven straight down the ground, but mid-off is inside the circle, so that's going to be a dot ball. Good start to this over by Fatma, 2 dots to begin with. A lot of responsibility on Shenzhen's shoulders right now. She's got into her 50. She's been there since the beginning. Her job is to make sure that her team plays out 20 overs. She can guide the other batters along with her. Fatma to Shenzhen, crosses the umpire, bowls, full delivery, it's in the air, mid-wicket is behind, she takes it! That's the big wicket for Lantau. They are celebrating, they are over the moon right now. Very clean catch by Joylene on the mid-wicket fence, and Fatma has gotten the big fish. Shenzhen is back in the dugout after scoring her 50, and that is game on. Two dot balls, putting the pressure. The previous over had 2 wickets in it. Pressure got to Shenzhen. She came down the track trying to take on the bowler, but ended up hitting straight into the hands of the boundary fielder and also one of the best fielders for Lantau. Joylene taking the catch cleanly. And Lantau are on top right now. 4 wickets down for LSW. Jaswinder and Myra. 2 new batters, both yet to face a ball. This is the opening that Lantau were looking for. Shenzhen played a big knock today, got her 50, but other than that, they haven't let anyone settle from the other end. And now they've removed Shenzhen, and this is where they really need to take control of things. In their previous game against CCC as well, CCC scored 70 odd in the first 10. And then in the 10 to 15 over mark is where Lantau took 5 wickets. They are repeating the same thing now. They've taken 3 wickets after the drinks break. I guess these players have good mental strength and they don't go down and out even if they don't start well. They keep pegging you. They keep coming back. Ooh, that did not look good. Bit of a trouble in her landing there, Fatma. Pulls out. It's been signaled a dead ball. 2 more balls to go in this over. No runs off the over yet and a wicket. It's a chance to get a wicket maiden in. I guess that's ground staff on the ground. They're being asked to go off. The match has stopped for them. Right then, we've successfully managed to get them off the playing field. So back to cricket. Fatma comes in, targets the stumps, wanted to get it into the block hole, get a wicket early, surprise the new batter, but the new batter, Myra, keeps it out. Quite a unique batting stance there. Can't remember the name, but there's a Sri Lankan international player with a very low backlift. She looks a lot like him. Fended successfully, and that's a wicket maiden from Fatma. This could be the turning point in the match. A very big over, getting the biggest wicket there was up until now in this batting order. And also giving away no runs. At the end of 13, LSW 86 for the loss of 4 wickets. Right then, Rani Suman to continue from the Argyle Street end. First ball was a full toss. It was in the air, but no damage done. Last 7 overs of the innings. Rani comes in, flighted delivery. Fended into the covers, another dot ball. Lantau looking to go through their overs quickly right now. String a few dot balls to the new batters. Rani comes in, another flighted delivery. Fended, looking to take the single, but that was never on. 3 dot balls in a row. The field has also come in. The only fielder on the boundary right now, deep mid wicket. There's a square leg fielder slightly outside the circle. Not on the boundary by any means though. Rani comes in once again. Edged. 2 point. Batters go through. Could it be a good throw? Yes, it's a good throw. The fielders are appealing, but the umpire says not out. Replay coming on your screen right now. How close was it? The batter set off quite early. The point fielder got the throw in, and I think that's a good decision by the umpire. The dive really helped Myra come into her crease. Close call though. Risky single by the batters. Guess pressure is telling on them. Rani comes in once again, this time to Myra. Flighted delivery outside off stump, play and a miss. So another dot ball. It's been a good over for Lantau. 5 balls, only 1 run off it. Rani coming in, crosses the umpire, bowls, pulls the length back, flatter delivery, but driven straight back to the bowler, no run. That's the end of the over. At the end of 14, LSW women 87 for the loss of 4 wickets. Very smart captaincy, very smart bowling changes by Lantau. I guess the coach's instructions during the drinks break working for them. He gave them a plan, they executed it. And not to forget, some great fielding. Out of the 3 wickets that were taken, 2 were run-outs, and one of them a very good boundary catch. The bowlers have definitely done their part, but the fielders have backed them as well. And that's how you win games in cricket. So Fatma to continue. Vensi still up to the stumps, applying pressure on the batters, not letting them stand outside the crease. Fatma comes in, bowls. This time it's a wide, I guess. Going to the fine leg, the fielder giving it a chase and manages to stop it. That's excellent fielding. Batters coming back for another run and they make it successfully. Is it a wide? Was it leg buys? Waiting for the umpire signal, or seems like no signal, which means it probably was off the bat. So straying on the pads there. The batter getting some bat on it, getting it down to fine leg for a couple. Jaswinder, she's faced 5 deliveries up till now, scored 3. Settling her eye in. Fatma once more comes in, bowls. This time gets her line right. That's in the air, but finds the gap between point and backward point. Point giving it a chase. It's running to the fence, and she stops it right before the boundary. In the meanwhile, the batters go through for 2 more runs. Gurkamal, the fielder over there, giving it a chase and making sure she saves 2 runs. Every run is important. LSW now into the 90s. Reaching triple figures would give them some mental peace. It'll be a competitive game. Anything above 100 is definitely game on. Fatma comes in once again. Full delivery this time, driven to mid-on, and the fielder is on the boundary, so that's going to be a comfortable single for the batters. Fatma giving it her all. She's into her 3rd over, has given away 10 runs until now, bowled the wicket maiden as well. She's also a key batter for Lantau, scoring 40 odd in the first match that they got. Comes in once again, full and straight, Yorker, but dug out, and that's fielded well at backward of point by Myra. But doesn't prevent the batters from going through for a single. Fatma knows the importance of all these runs. She's really being aggressive over here, trying to get those wickets, trying to wrap up the innings as cheaply as possible, because she knows she's going to have to get them when she's out with the bat. 4th ball coming up. Fatma pulls the length back this time. The batter tries to cut it. Unsuccessful. That's a dot ball. Myra, the striker. She's faced 6 deliveries, scored 1 run until now. Seems to have a liking for the cut shot. And Lantau seems to be aware of it. They've got a third fielder, a point fielder, and a backward point fielder. So a lot of protection for that shot. Fatma comes in once again. Full toss! Batter has completely missed it. Batter looking towards the umpire, asking if that was a no ball, but clearly not. It's a dot ball, and the 15th over has ended. LSW 93 for the loss of 4 wickets. Right then, last 5 overs of the innings coming up. 6 wickets in hand, 93 the score. Lantau would not want to leak too many runs in the last 5. On the other hand, the platform is set for LSW to launch from here. They've got wickets in hand. They've got a good platform. Lantau has also used up a lot of their good bowlers, quotas already. Seems to be a problem with the ball. The third umpire going in and giving a replacement ball to the on-field umpire. Normally we see a huge choice, a buffet of balls being carried in, and the on-field umpire chooses it. But this time, I guess, third umpire knowing which ball would be appropriate for this stage of the game and just bringing it in. Accepted by the on-field umpire. No drama over there. Rani Suman to continue from the Argyle Street end. She's bowled 3 overs, given away 14 runs, and has taken a wicket. Comes in. Flighted delivery, full delivery, swept away. Mid-wicket is inside the circle. She's already gotten a run out and gets another direct hit. And it's overthrows, ricochets off the stumps. There was fielders backing up, but you can't back up a ricochet. And the batters go through for a single. It was smart on the batters to call off their plans to get a single, but then the direct hit sometimes works against you. Speaking of ricochets, it doesn't always ricochet off the stump. Sometimes it can ricochet off the batters, like the famous 2019 World Cup final, if you remember. Right then, Jaswinder on strike right now. Rani Suman comes in. Third time this over. Flighted delivery, full toss, hit in the air, away from the fielder. And it's going to be a single. There's a misfield, but the batters are not interested in chancing the arm of the fielder. Good throw there from mid-off. That could have been a chance, but just landed away from the fielder. Extra cover has been brought closer into the circle to take those leading edges. Rani comes in once again. Flighted delivery outside of stump, cut away, and exactly to the fielder that was brought in. So good fielding change. 2 more deliveries to go in this over. 2 more deliveries to go in Rani's spell. Can she do something for her wickets column? Pulls the length back. That's been pulled away to the right of mid-on, and the batters go through for a single. Last ball of the over coming up. Rani to Myra. Comes in, bowls, short delivery, and it's a play and a miss. So dot ball to finish off the over. Dot ball to finish off Rani's spell, and at the end of her spell, she's finished with figures of 4 overs for 17 runs. Didn't get any wickets, but kept it tight. Both these batters have been rebuilding after a quick fall of wickets before them. When they both got to the crease, they both had faced no balls, and now they both seem to have their eye in. Jaswinder getting 7 of 12, while Myra 3 of 9. Change in bowling there. Fatma has been taken out of the attack. She had 1 over remaining, but I guess they're saving it for the death. The new ball coming right arm over the wicket, and it's been given as a no ball. Just trying to figure out what that no ball is for. It was called from square leg. Was it for number of fielders outside the circle? Were there only 3 fielders outside the circle? Looks like it. Maybe it's been called for only 3 fielders outside the circle. And it's going to be a free hit. Not the best of starts for Alishba. On the free hit, tries to go big, but doesn't get it too far. Only a single. So all is well that ends well. Alishba is going to have to put that behind her and restart. Alishba to Jaswinder. Vancy has been really good behind the stump, standing up to the quick bowlers as well to make sure there's some pressure on the batters. Alishba runs in, crosses the umpire, bowl, short delivery, and it's wide as well. So it's wide, 2 wide outside of stump, given as a wide by the umpire. She'll have to re-bowl that one. So just 1 legal delivery bowled in this over until now. 4 runs off the over already. Not the best of starts to her spell. I guess she's the go-to bowler for Lantau in the death overs, and hence is just starting her spell right now. Still trying to get her bearings though. Another wide, this time down the leg side. And that's also 100 up for LSW. Triple figures, always good to reach. They're still going at above 6 runs and over. They look set to get in excess of 120 runs at least. Alishba this time gets it right. Jaswinder just dabs it into the leg side and takes a single. So Alishba now to Myra. Runs in, crosses the umpire, bowls full delivery, tries to cut it, but it was a bit too full to cut, play and a miss. So dot ball. That would calm the nerves down a bit for Alishba. The umpire just making sure there's nothing on the pitch that could cause unexpected movement, just gardening a bit. The batter is taking some time to have a chat while the umpire does that. Jaswinder just telling Myra to get bat on ball, get off strike, and I'll take care of the rest from the other end. Alishba bowls a full toss straight to the bowler. That could be dangerous. It's a direct hit. Yet another direct hit. This time it's Fatma with the ball in her hand. And that's the 5th wicket down for LSW. Lantau have been amazing in the field. Replay coming on your screen. Fatma from extra cover getting a direct hit. The batter not even in the frame when the bails were dislodged. That's great fielding. How often do you see 60% of the first 5 wickets being falling through runouts and all of them being direct hits? That's an amazing feat. Myra is back in the dugout. The new batter is in, but she'll be on the non-striker's end because the batters had crossed. Jaswinder to face. Short delivery, cut away in between extra cover and cover. Fatma giving it a chase. The batters in the meanwhile coming back for the second. Will they chance a third? Probably not with the throw that she pulled off on the previous delivery, and that's probably wise. They settle for 2. And that also means that Jaswinder is going to stay on strike. The new batter is Alina. Alishba comes in. Full delivery this time. The batter has missed it. Clean take by the keeper, but the batter manages to stay inside the crease, and so no damage done. Dot ball to finish the over. At the end of 17, LSW women, 103 for the loss of 5 wickets. Started out as not the best of overs, but then at the end, just 7 runs off of it and 1 wicket as well. So at this stage of the game, I think Lantau will take it. Right then, change of bowling from the Argyle Street end. Akshi has come back to bowl. Oh, that's a stumping. That's been given. Amazing by Vency. The batter just left her crease and she picked the right moment to dislodge the bails. Another wicket courtesy. Great keeping. The batter just getting off balance in her follow through and Vency picked that moment. It was a wide delivery, but stumping can be effected on a wide ball. So even though LSW will get 1 extra run added to the total, they will still lose that wicket, and that means they're going to be 104 for the loss of 6 wickets. 3 more overs to go. The new batter, I guess, is Harsha. Akshi comes in, bowls. Quick delivery, the batter fends it back to the bowler. Dot ball. Akshi comes in once again, crosses the umpire, varies the pace a bit, this time slightly slower than the previous delivery, and it's another dot ball. So a wicket followed by 2 dots. Confirmation that the new batter indeed is Harsha. This time a quicker ball, shorter delivery, edged over the keeper. It's running away to the 3rd boundary. The batter is not interested in coming back for a second. They'll settle for a single. Jaswinder says, let me be on strike. I'm seeing it well. I'm settled. I can handle the death phase of the innings. That's a single. It was a good change of length from Akshi. She pulled the length back a bit. Short delivery, managed to find the top edge. The ball went into the air, but unfortunately in no man's land. This time to Jaswinder. Overcorrects. It's a wide down leg side. Extras might be the differentiating factor in this innings. Extras already up to 17 runs in this innings. Akshi comes in once again. This time bowls well. Jaswinder just plays it to find leg for a quick single. 2 more balls in this over left. 4 of it already. Akshi to Harsha. Crosses the umpire. Bowls. Full delivery and she's bowler. Full and straight. You miss, I hit. That's another wicket for Harsha. Oh, Akshi. Harsha has lost her wicket. Scored 1. Straight delivery right at the pace of off stump. That's a tick in the wickets column for Akshi. She's gotten 2 wickets in this over. The first one a stumping. This time clean bowled. LSW folding quite quickly now. They're 7 down for 106. The new batter, Rajveer. Ask for what I believe is a middle stump card from the umpire. Marks it. Umpire tell her one more ball to go. Akshi would be eager to get one more wicket. Comes in, bowls, pulls the length back in the air, but away from the bowler. Could have been a cotton ball. Batters decide not to take the run because it's the last ball of the over. They'd much rather have Jaswinder on strike for the beginning of the 19th. Great over that by Akshi. Gave away 4 runs, got 2 wickets. Right then, the captain has decided to bring herself on. Didn't have the best of the times with the ball when she opened the bowling. Was a bit erratic with the extras, and then the batters also fancied her in the power play. She had given away 22 in the 2 overs that she bowled, but she's back now. Would want to clean up the tail as fast as she can, keep the score to as low as she can. Starts off brilliantly. Ooh, just misses the stumps. The batter wanted to pull it. It wasn't quite there. Play and a miss, but didn't hit the stumps on the full, and hence it's a dot ball. Jaswinder realizing that sweeping that would have been a much safer option than pulling it. Mehak comes in. This time pulls the length back. Jaswinder drives it back to the bowler. Dot ball. 10 more balls left in this innings. How much can LSW get? Mehak comes in. Flighted delivery pulled away. Mid-wicket is hanging at the edge of the circle, and that's going to allow an easy single to the batters. So this time it's going to be Rajveer facing Mehak. Three more deliveries in this over left. Mehak comes in. Bowls. Flighted delivery outside off stump, given as a wide. I guess that was an attempt at bowling the carom ball, but not quite executed to perfection. Mehak comes in yet again, crosses the umpire. Short delivery, and that's been pulled away in front, but straight to the fielder. Rani Suman does well at mid-on, keeping it down to a single. Jaswinder back on strike. Mehak comes in, bowls, swept away, but doesn't manage to evade the fielder in the 30-yard circle. Is just a single. Oh, Barris coming back for a second. This could be dangerous. The throw is in at the correct end, and the bowler does not remove the bails. What happened there? Maybe they just want the innings to keep going. They don't want to wait for the new batter to come in. They're like, we'll just bowl the remaining balls and get it done with. Mehak comes in, bowls. This time it's a stumping. The batter played and missed, was off balance yet again, and Vancy, as she's done all day, been amazing outside the stumps, waits for the split second where the batter lifts her toe and removes the bails at just the right time. So wicket to end the over. And at the end of 19, LSW 112 for the loss of 8 wickets. Last over coming up. And there's a bowling change. That's interesting. Fatma's got 1 over left. Akshi bowled a brilliant over where she took 2 wickets in her previous over. She's got 1 over left. But we've got a new bowler who hasn't bowled the whole game. Myra is going to bowl the last over of the innings. She is a left arm quick. So normally she opens the bowling, tries to swing the ball back into the right-handers. That's what she did in the previous game. This time did not get the no ball and has been brought on to bowl the last over of the innings. Interesting captaincy that. Starts off nicely. It's been flicked away to fine for a single. The new batter is Petriana. She is going to face for the first time She's got one job to do. Make as many runs as you can. There's just 5 deliveries. Swing for the fences. Full toss. She tries to swing, but misses it. Got an inside edge. Otherwise, it would have been plumb in front of the stumps. The bowler apologizes for bowling that full toss, but I guess as a batter, I would much rather have a full toss to hit than something coming off the pitch. As long as it's not a dangerous full toss. Right then, Myra comes in. Third time this over. Crosses the umpire. Short delivery. Tries to pull it away. Goes to Vency. This time the batter is aware to get back into her crease. It's not a replay of Ruchita's wicket. But a dot ball nonetheless. So 3 more deliveries to go. Only 1 run off this over so far, and that too was a leg by. Myra has been good. Comes in again, bowls, this time full and straight. It's in the air, but clears the square leg fielder. Deep mid wicket, running to clean that up. Batters coming back for a second. That's a good throw, but the batters also are quick enough to manage it safely. So that's 2 runs. Well then, last 2 deliveries coming up. Petriana seems to be good playing on the leg side. Myra, left arm over the wicket, the angle going away from the batter. Bowls on the offside and beats the batter. Cleans up the off stump. That's a wicket for Myra. LSW are 9 down now for 115. And it's the last delivery of the innings. So then, batting at number 11. I'm just trying to go through the team list. Is, I guess, Romela. Always a good day when everyone in the team gets to bat. Number 11 now out in the middle. Romela, the new batter. She'll be facing Myra. Last delivery. LSW at 115. How many more can they get? Can Myra get the 10th and the last wicket? She comes in, bowls, full delivery, and it's, I guess, ricochet off the pads. The batters go through for a single. Vency decides not to throw. Let them have the single. So leg by to finish the innings. LSW have finished at 116 for the loss of 9 wickets in their allotted 20 overs. And Lantau is going to score 117 if they are to win this game.
I asked multiple times, I didn't get it.
The star for LSW with the bat was definitely their captain, Shenzhen, anchoring the innings as an opener, scoring 51 of 43 deliveries, 6 fours to her name. Mariam Bibi supported her as the opener, getting 15. Jaswinder also in the middle order, getting into double figures, scoring 14, rebuilding after they had lost a few quick wickets. From the bowling side, it was Akshi, who was the pick of the bowlers. 3 overs, 16, took 2 wickets. Joylene bowled well for her 4 overs, 24, took a wicket. Fatima 3 overs, 11 for a wicket. And Myra in the last over, giving away only 2 runs and getting a wicket as well. But I guess it is worth a mention that they got 3 runouts in that game. Amazing fielding effort by Lantau. Conceded 71 in the first 10 overs, only 45 in the next 10. Courtesy, great fielding. Couple of direct hits, amazing fielding we saw for the runouts. And we're going to be back with you with the chase shortly. Right then, back on air for the chase. It's Fatma and Akshi opening the batting for Lantau in their pursuit of 117 runs to win this game. Mariam Bibi will open the bowling for LSW from the softball court end. Akshi taking the strike, facing the first delivery. From LSW, it is Myra doing the glove duties behind the stumps. Normally it's Yasmin, but she is not playing this game. Mariam runs in. Ball, that's a no ball, and it's been pulled away by Akshi. Over square leg for a boundary. What a start for Lantau. Boundary to begin with, no ball, free hit, 5 runs on the board without a ball bowled. Mariam, who's the star fast bowler for LSW, does not start the way she would have liked. A no ball for bowling a full toss above the waist, but Akshi dismissed that with some authority. Field cannot change, because it's the same batter on strike for the free hit. Mariam runs in once again, crosses the umpire, bowls. This time manages to pitch it, edged by Akshi, but there's third man on the boundary and it's going to be just a single. So good comeback from Mariam on the free hit. Oh, it's been given another no ball. Was this for overstepping this time? Not the best of starts for LSW. Off the mic, I was just having a bit of a conversation with the people around me that maybe they've got 15 runs too many, where it seems like the game is balancing out with all these extras first up. Couldn't have been a better start for Fatma, facing her first delivery of the game, and it's a free hit. Mariam running in, crosses the umpire, bowls, and she goes after it in the air, caught at cover, but it was a free hit, so no damage done. Did not middle it the way she would have liked. So then quite an eventful start that. 1 ball bowled, 7 runs have been scored. Lantau pursuing 117 to win this game. Mariam runs in once again. Crosses the umpire. Bowls. Full delivery. Left alone outside the off stump. The keeper misses it and the batters go through to run a bye. It's been given a wide, so that's 2 more wides, 2 extras to the score. Lantau have swiftly move on to 9 runs. Mariam still trying to find her line, trying to find her length. Ikra Sahar not playing today. She's usually the one that takes the new ball. Full and straight into the block hole. Defended by Akshi. Dot ball. Right then, 9 runs of 2 deliveries. 4 more balls to go. Mariam would be looking to make a comeback. Comes in, crosses the umpire, bowls, full delivery, goes for the stumps in the air, but evades mid-on, and it's running away to the boundary. Stops just before it. Ruchita collects it, giving it a chase, but the batters in the meanwhile goes for 2 runs. So Lantau already in double figures now. Reminding you all that we are playing a T20 format for 6 overs, mandatory power play, fielding restrictions, only 2 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle. The 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle right now are third and fine leg. So both of them behind the keeper. Mariam coming in for the 4th legal delivery of this over. Crosses the umpire, bowls, full delivery, driven straight into the hands of Shanzeen, who's fielding at cover. And finally a dot ball. That would calm the nerves down a bit for Mariam. And as we said, in the women's game, it normally happens that the better batters are stacked up the order. Looks the same way for Lantau. Mariam comes in, bowls, full delivery, play and a miss by the batter. Not the best of carries. The keeper is standing quite far behind the batter, and so they collected it on the bounce, which I guess means that if the batters even edge it, it may not carry to the keeper, given how far back she is standing. Of course, as we mentioned, Yasmin not available for this game. She's the default keeper when she's available. Mariam coming in, last ball of the over. Full delivery, driven into the cover. Shanzeen cleans it up, keeps it to a dot ball, and that's the end of the first over. A very, very eventful first over. Lantau getting 11 runs off of it and losing no wickets. Wow, who would have expected that? Replicating the tactics that Lantau employed, starting with the spinner to share the new ball. Ruchita to bowl the second over, right arm off break. Fatma will be on strike facing her. Fatma yet to get off the mark. She's faced one ball. Hasn't scored a run yet. So for the spinner, we've got a deep square leg and a deep mid wicket. They're going in with two mid wickets, it seems like. There's a short mid wicket and there's a deep mid wicket. Interesting field set that. And there's no fine leg. As we saw in the first innings, these girls like to sweep a lot. They like to score a lot of runs behind square. Maybe that's a tactic to bait her into sweeping to fine leg given the amount of empty space over there. Or maybe it's not. They've just realized it and moved the deep square fielder a lot more finer. Third is being asked to come up. And also stay quite straight. And now the short midfielder has also moved a bit squarer. So it seems like they finally have got the fielding set right. Ruchita, satisfied with the field, comes in, bowls. Quick delivery, short delivery, fended into the offside by Fatima. Dot ball. After a rather eventful first over, I guess we're back to normal default pace of the game. Ruchita comes in, crosses the umpire, bowls, good length delivery, driven into the offside, no damage done, dot ball. Quite an unlucky batting innings for Ruchita, but she'd be looking to put that behind her and give her 100% with the ball, make a meaningful contribution and win the game for her team eventually. Comes in third time, drags it back, pulled away into the leg side in between mid-wicket and mid-on for a single. So Fatima is off the mark. First runs of the bat for her. But Akshi now on strike, the dangerous looking Akshi. The Akshi who got a full toss on the first ball of the innings and deposited to the square leg fence for a boundary. Let's see if she's as aggressive to the spinner as she was to the quick bowler. Ruchita comes in, bowls, good length delivery, driven into the offside for a dot ball. Just taking a feel of the wicket, taking the feel of the bowler. Fifth ball of the over coming up. Ruchita drags it back. That's been pulled away. Has it gone all the way? No. One bounce into the fence. 4-4. Second boundary of Akshi's bat. She's into her double figures. She seems to have a liking to the leg side region. Anything short or any full tosses, she's going to put it away in that region and make the maximum out of the fielding restrictions. There was a deep square leg. There was a cow corner. She's bisected them perfectly and almost got it all the way. That was the biggest hit we've seen in this inning so far. She's a powerful batter. She did not play the first game for Lantau. She is there in this game and suddenly the team is looking much more stronger. Ruchita corrects her length, bowls full this time, and that's driven into the offside. Dot ball to finish the over. 16 in the first 2 overs without the loss of a wicket. Lantau dugout with high spirits, clapping their batters, getting behind them, motivating them. At the same stage, LSW had scored 17 and hadn't lost a wicket. So after a rather wayward first over, Mariam has been taken out of the attack. The captain has told her, you are important, but I want you to get the bearings right. We'll use you when the ball is slightly older and you can control it slightly better. And so there's a change of bowling. New bowler, right arm over the wicket, comes in, bowls, short delivery, driven into the offside, dot ball. By the looks of it, it's Petriana. Now it's Rumela coming in for the second time. Hit away by Fatma in between mid-on and mid-wicket. The ball is racing to the fence. Ruchita giving it a chase, but the ball hits the skirtings. First boundary of Fatma's bat. First signs of aggression from her, and now both openers seeing it well and are underway. That was placed perfectly between mid-on and mid-wicket, bisecting both fielders who were inside the circle. And as we've said before, the outfield at Mission Road, lightning fast. If you manage to find the gap, and if you've timed it well, it's going to run away to the fence. Fielding change, being prompted by that shot. Third and fine, both are in the circle now. The two fielders outside are long on and deep square leg. Mid-wicket still inside the circle, so I guess Fatma would be eyeing that if she gets the opportunity to. But she's a mature batter. The previous innings she's played, boundary and single was the mantra. Full toss, tries to sweep it. It's a given as a wide. The keeper has missed it and the batters go through for a single. Direct hit, but the batter was comfortably in. Are they going to run overthrows? They decide against it. Smart decision. 2 more extras in the bag for Lantau. They have now reached 20. Rumela running in for the third legal delivery of her over, this time to Akshi. Full delivery outside off stump, given as a wide, left alone by the batter. Smart judgment by the batter. That was a bit too wide. The umpire agreed, gave it as a wide. Another extra to the total of Lantau. They are now 23. 2 balls into the third over. 4 more deliveries to go in this over. Already 7 off it. Rumela comes in once again. This time finds her line. Beats the batter who was looking to defend it. Dot ball. Mariam still stretching, trying to keep her shoulders warm just in case she has to come back to bowl. Fielding at short mid-wicket right now, Mariam. Rumela comes in, bowls. Batter comes down the track, takes it on the full. Misfield at extra cover, and that allows the batters to go through for a single. Was that an opportunity to take a catch, or did that fall short of the fielder? Let's see if we've got the replay. Seems like we didn't get that on camera. From what I saw, it seemed like it dropped just short of the fielder. Wouldn't go down as a drop catch. Batters have crossed. Fatma on strike, facing Rumela. Short delivery, hit too long on. Mid-wicket has come in and that's directed. Is that out? Yes, that is. Fatma thought she had gotten it to the long on fielder, but mid-wicket swooped in, got a direct hit onto the stumps, and that's the first loss for Lantau. Good decision by the umpire. It was tight, but I guess in the end it was a good decision. Fatma has gone the top scorer from the previous game, and that's the first loss for Lantau. It was always going to be risky. She thought she had gotten it to mid-on and the mid-wicket fielder would let it go to the boundary rider, but mid-wicket, the fielder really athletic, really quick. Mariam Bibi, as we said, was fielding at mid-wicket and she's always in the game. Didn't have the best of first overs, but has now gotten a wicket for her team. Lantau getting a bit of a taste of their own medicine. They got a few runouts through direct hits and now LSW has one. Wow. Coaches dream to see all of these direct hits. The fielding coaches would be happy. Batting and bowling are things that take time, experience, a lot of work on the skill, but fielding is something, if you're motivated, you're going to get it right in very short time. And we're seeing that with the female cricketers over here. So Rumela now to Akshi, who drives it into the offside, but there's protection in the circle and the dot ball to finish a successful over for LSW. At the end of 3 overs, Lantau 24 and now they've lost a wicket. New batter in is Vancy. She was great behind the stumps with her glove work. Giving the pitch a bit of a tap, making sure there's no cracks, no unwanted objects on the pitch that could cause a deviation. And we're seeing a change in the bowling from Argyle Street end. Mariam Bibi is going to have a change of ends. She bowled her first over from the softball court end, didn't really find her bearings, but now she's going to be high with confidence after getting that direct hit run out. LSW just trying to get the fielding right. Mariam has marked her run up, getting the field right. Rumela, who bowled the previous over, fielding at fine leg on the boundary. The other boundary rider is the third fielder. Right then, Mariam starts running from the top of her run up, crosses the umpire, bowls, full delivery, driven straight to mid-off. But it was hit a bit too hard for the batters to think about taking a single. Vancy looking at her bat after that shot. Maybe that hit the bottom of the bat. You know, in the nets, you often tell the bowlers, please don't bowl yokers. I don't want to break a bat today. Mariam is exactly the type of bowler who loves bowling yokers. Goes for it again. This time it goes to mid-on and the fielders take some time to get to the ball and allowing the batters to go through for a quick single. Vancy is off the mark. Akshi to face Mariam, this time from the Argyle Street, and Mariam comes in, bowls full delivery outside off stump, left alone by the batter, dot ball. That's much better from Mariam. I guess maybe it was the run up or the wind or something else that just wasn't right from the softball court end. She's looking a much better bowler, more like she normally does from the Argyle Street end. This one probably suits her. Comes in for the 4th time this over, crosses the umpire, bowls full delivery in the air, but it's in the gap between cover and mid-off, and there's a misfield at mid-off. The batters are coming back for a second. Will it stop before the boundary? Yes, it will. The fielder cleans up her miss and throws it back in. 2 runs in the meanwhile. Mariam not happy with that. She sets the bar high. She leads from the front. She got that run out for the team. But then when this happened, that really dampens the spirit of the player. She has to put that behind her. Comes in again. 5th ball of the over. Crosses the umpire. Bowls. Full delivery in the block hole. Dug out by Akshi. No damage done. Good comeback by Mariam. She's really attacking the stumps, attacking the pads. It's more of a, if you're going to try to be aggressive against me, you're going to have to execute it to perfection, because if you don't, it's either a bowled or an LBW candidate. And she's bowling right arm over the wicket to a right-hand batter, keeping that LBW in play. Last ball of the 4th over coming up. Mariam crosses the umpire, bowls another full delivery. It's in the air. There's a fielder under it on the offside, and she drops it. Life given to Akshi. The batters also go through for a couple of runs. She bowled it outside the off stump. Akshi looking to be aggressive, top edged it, and it was dropped by the extra cover fielder. Mariam is not happy with it, kicks the ground. Fielder, I guess, was Jonah, who dropped that catch. Scored a few runs with the bat, did she? But this could prove to be a costly miss. Akshi is looking good. Looking to be aggressive. She's already at 15 of 17 deliveries. Jonah would be hoping that she hasn't dropped the match there. Right then, that's some captaincy there. Change of ends for Ruchita as well, who bowled her first over from the Argyle Street end. She's now back on from the softball court end. Just 1 over for Romela, who gave away 8 in her over, but also triggered a run out. The 2 fielders at the boundary for Ruchita are deep square. And I guess there's just 1 fielder at the boundary. Or is it Mariam has gone back to the deep mid-wicket fence? So deep square and deep mid. Ruchita to Akshi. Short delivery, cut away, but finds the fielder at cover. Shanzeen stops it cleanly. Dot ball. Ruchita to Akshi, second time this over. Another short ball, this time cut away behind point, but the fielder manages to stop it. Batters halfway decide not to take a single. And it's an overthrow. And the batters still decide not to go for a single. That was a good stop by Harsha, but not the best of throws. Miles away from the keeper. The batter's just not aware enough to chance the single. I guess next time they do it, they're going to know about that throw. And hence, maybe take a single. She seems to have some trouble with her shoulders. Stretching it a bit. Ruchi comes in the meanwhile. Full toss this time. Driven to mid-off. The batters go through for a quick single. That was a good throw, but batters quick enough to make it in safely. Right then, Vancy to face Ruchita for the first time. Ruchita comes in, half tracker, cut away, finds the gap between cover and extra, bit of a misfield by Shanzeen. The fielders giving it a chase and the batters come through for 2 runs. I guess Shanzeen has got a blow to her knee while trying to dive to stop that ball. She's on the ground. Some attention being given to her. Her teammates trying to stretch the hamstring a bit. She did bat for quite long, got a 50 while batting, and I hope she doesn't have to go off the field. She's the captain as well. She needs to marshal her troops. Looks to be back on her feet now. The water has come in. I guess that was probably a Neymar-like strategy to get some time. Get a breather, think about some stuff. Mariam came to Shanzeen, had a conversation with her, a change of field being triggered as a result of that. So no injury scare then. Mariam has decided to put herself in the covers. So Rumela now at the mid-wicket fence, and extra cover has gone to mid-off. Or rather, point has gone to mid-off. Shanzeen is now forward point. Ruchita bangs it short again. It's in the air and away from Shanzeen. Luck favoring Lantau at this point. It was a half tracker by Ruchita that deserved to be hit hard. The batter went after it. It didn't connect as well as they would have liked. Was in the air for quite some time but landed away from the fielder. So a ball that did not deserve to get a wicket did not get a wicket. Ruchita once again for the last ball of the over. Another short delivery, cut away, straight to the covers, and it's a dot ball. At the end of 5 overs, Lantau CC 32 for the loss of 1 wicket. T20 format, 6 over power play. 5 overs in already is the last over of the power play that's coming up. And we are seeing yet another bowling change. It's Rumela coming on to bowl. She bowled her first over, gave away 8 runs. That included 1 boundary from Fatima, but the one wicket that fell was also when Rumela was bowling. Right then, there's a deep mid-wicket and a deep backward square leg. Smart field setting by LSW, knowing that Akshi likes to target that square leg region. It's Vancy on strike right now, and it's a wide delivery to begin with. Starts off with a wide, does Rumela in her second spell. A wide on the off side. Rumela comes in once again. There's been a bit of a field change. Mid-wicket has moved more straighter. And this one's hit to mid-wicket. Short mid doesn't manage to stop it, but there's a deep mid that cleans it up. Just a single. Vancy looking good. 5 of 5 deliveries for her. Akshi now on strike. Field hasn't changed. It's the same as the previous delivery. Rumela comes in, crosses the umpire, bowls full delivery, fended straight back to the bowler, dot ball. Third ball of the over coming up. Rumela. Akshi comes down the track. Decides to check her shot because it was a good delivery. Dot ball. This is the last over of the power play. After this, the fielding restrictions go away, which means the team will be able to have 5 fielders on the boundary. Batters would want to take advantage of this. Rumela bowls a wide on the offside yet again. She looks to be getting tired. Rumela to Akshi bowls full delivery, driven into the offside. There's protection in the covers, so it's a dot ball. There's one player who stands out, Mariam Bibi. In the whole team of 11 fielders, I guess 9 fielders, a bowler and a keeper, she's the one vying to be in the hotspots, actively involved in the game, wanting to make an impact, not just with her bowling but fielding as well. In the meanwhile, this was on the pads, pulled away by Akshi, but protection at the deep square leg fence, so does not get a boundary. This time just a single. Rumela at the top of her run up for one more time. Last ball of the power play coming up. The keeper has now come up. I guess the batter was standing too far outside her crease, and so the keeper has come up. And Vancy just happy to defend the last ball of the power play. No fireworks in this over. Dot ball to finish off the power play, and at the end of the power play, Lantau CC 36 for the loss of 1 wicket. The umpire signals the end of the power play. There's a bowling change. Jaswinder Kaur now is the new bowler. Marking her run up. Akshi is going to face. Field has spread out a bit because the power play is over. So we've got a long on, a deep mid wicket, a deep square leg. 3 fielders outside the circle. And now there's a sweeper cover going back as well. So 4 fielders outside the circle. They could have one more. They've chosen not to. Jaswinder comes in. Flighted delivery. Batter takes it on the full. Plays it into the leg side for a single. Vancy to face Jaswinder. Shanjin just making sure that the mid wicket is at the right place. In between long on and deep square leg right now. Another flighted delivery, this time on the offside. Cut away, but there's protection. There's a sweeper cover that cleans it up. Throws the ball in, just a single. Oh, that was a bit of a bad bounce for the fielder backing the throw up, but no damage done. Really important to have the right fielders at the right places. Those who have a good arm probably field on the boundary. Jaswinder comes in once again. Another flighted delivery. Batter comes down the track, meets it on the full, hits it to mid wicket, but there's protection at the boundary. One bounce to the fielder, just a single. That's a good tactic employed by LSW. Bowling slow, bowling their spinners, having the batter put a lot of effort into hitting the shots. Another slow delivery. Akshi just guides it into the leg side for a single. It's also good batting by the Lantau batters. They've gotten 3 singles of the 4 deliveries that have been bowled in this over. If they keep rotating the strike the way they are, they can reach the target easily. Right then, change in fielding. Fine leg has come out. Short mid wicket in place now. Flighted delivery outside of stump. That could be dangerous, but the batters make it comfortably. It wasn't a clean collect by the keeper. She's asking for it, but she did not have the ball in her hands when she broke the stumps. The batter was in anyways though. Slight fumble in the cover position by Shanzeen, and the batters went through for a single. Last ball of the over coming up. Pretty even Stevens. 4 runs in the 5 deliveries that have been bowled. Akshi to face the last delivery of the over. Jaspinder comes in, bowls flighted delivery. Batter comes down the track, hits it to mid wicket. There's protection on the boundary, so it's going to be another single to finish the over. At the end of 7, Lantau are 41 for the loss of 1 wicket. 42 for the loss of 1 wicket. Looks like we're going to see a double change in bowling from the Argyle Street end. It's going to be the captain, Shanzeen herself, coming on to bowl. She was the star with the bat for the team. She'd be looking to make some contributions with the ball. And if she does something meaningful, probably could seal the Player of the Match award for herself. Rolling that shoulder over a bit, warming it up. Ready to go, crosses the umpire, bowl shot delivery outside off stump. Keeper misses it, it's going straight to the boundary, and that's a poor start from the bowler. It's 5 wides by Shanzeen to begin her spell. That did not look good. Third man was in the circle, that was bowled wide. The keeper missed it and the ball just kept running through to the boundary. 5 wides. All the pressure that LSW women had built up in the last couple of overs. Right then, the umpire has changed his mind. It's a no ball because it pitched outside the playing surface. It's been given a no ball and it's going to be a free hit. Vancy hasn't gotten a boundary yet. She's facing the free hit. Short delivery outside off stump. It's been given as a wide by the umpire. So the free hit is going to continue. The field cannot change. There's a deep backward square leg. Cow corner. Long gone. And the sweeper on the offside. Lot of acreage between the cow corner and deep backward square. Vancy would be looking to target it. Short delivery, hit in the air. Over covers. It's running to the fence. Mid-off giving it a chase. It stops right before the boundary. In the meanwhile, the batters go through for 2 runs. Shanzeen brought herself into the attack. Hasn't paid off so far. It's been expensive. Another ball banged in short. He hits the keeper as well. Been signaled as a wide. This time the third fielder was able to cut it off from going to the boundary. Otherwise it would have been an action replay of the first delivery. 5 more balls remaining in this over. It's been quite costly. In the meanwhile, Lantau have crossed the 50-run mark. Shanzeen runs again once in. Another wide delivery outside the off stump. She's been banging it short but hasn't been getting the line right. Keeps bowling outside the off stump. Mariam walks to her captain, tells her to calm down a bit. Nine runs of the over so far. Only 1 legal delivery ball. This time flighted delivery. It's going to be called a no ball. Vancy really wanted to go after it. Just couldn't get the connection. She saw so much acreage other than the deep backward square leg fielder. There was no one protecting that boundary. And she wanted to target that, but unfortunately did not manage to connect it. No ball given for a full toss above waist height. It's a free hit. Shanzeen undoing all the hard work she did with the bat. Normally known more for her batting skills than her bowling skills. I was surprised to see her come on to bowl this time. Gets it right on the free hit. It's been hit in the air. The long on fielder takes the catch and then drops it. But it doesn't matter because it's a free hit. As long as it's not a boundary, it's good. But that was a good connection by Vancy, giving a glimpse of what she can do. Shanzeen to Akshi this time. Bangs it short. It's another wide ball. The ball she bowled on the free hit delivery was probably the best ball she has bowled in this over so far. She has rolled her arm over 7 times, only 2 of them legal deliveries. This time gets it full and straight. It's hit in front of the stumps, but I guess going down leg side, given not out. LBW. Replay coming on the screen. Let's see. Yeah, rightly called by the umpire. The batter standing on a leg stump guard that was tailing away as well. And so, not out. LBW. Shanzeen getting her length right now. Comes in, bowls another good length delivery, flicked into the leg side by Akshi. She knows we've gotten enough runs of the over as well. No need to take further risks. She's happy taking a single and going down to the other end. 4 legal deliveries bowled in this over. Lantau at 55 for the loss of 1 wicket. 13 runs in this over already. 2 more balls to go. Shanzeen comes in, crosses the umpire, bowls. Short delivery, wide delivery, missed by the keeper yet again, and it's been given as a no ball because it pitched yet again outside the playing surface. Another free hit for Vancy. Let's see if she can get it to the boundary this time. Shanzeen crosses the umpire. Another ball banged in outside off stump. Called wide. Shanzeen under pressure. Vancy leaves it alone. She does not want to interfere with the wide because the free hit will continue. 2 more legal deliveries to go in this over. Shanzeen trying to calm herself down. She's the captain. Taking a moment to breathe, taking her own time to come back to the top of her run-up before she bowls the next ball. Starts running, crosses the umpire, bowls, flighted delivery, another no ball. That's over waist height as well. Vancy wanted to make a connection on it yet again, but fails to do so. Free hit is going to continue. 15 of the over. Most expensive over of the match so far. And it's not over yet. 2 more legal deliveries to go. Shanzeen runs in once again, crosses the umpire, manages to pitch it. This time it's been hiked over mid-wicket. Has it gone for a 6? No, it hasn't. Falls short of the boundary. 1 bounce for a 4. Almost I thought we were in for the first maximum of the day, but not to be. It fell just about 1 feet inside the boundary. But 4 runs to Lantau nonetheless. 19 of the over. Already. 1 more delivery to go. 20 rather of the over already. 1 delivery to go. At the start of the over, they needed 75. Now they need 55 to win. Shanzeen for the last ball. It's been swept again. Evades the fielder inside the circle, but there's protection on the boundary. Just a single. And Shanzeen is finally given a way out of her misery. Giving 21 of that over. Not the best of overs. She'd want to forget about that as soon as possible. 8 overs gone. The score 65. (63) for the loss of 1 wicket. Right then, that over has changed a lot. They needed 75 in 13 overs. Just almost 6 runs in over was needed. With that 21 run over, they need 54 in 12 overs. 4.5 runs per over required. 9 wickets in hand. Jaswinder to continue. Flighted delivery full. Driven into the covers. Has she found the gap? No. The sweeper does well to cut that off. Just a single. So Vancy has now found her bearings after that over. Both the batters entering their 20s. Akshi 21 of 30. Facing now. Jaswinder comes in. Flighted delivery. Akshi comes down the track, pulls it away, but there's protection at mid-wicket. It's going to be just a single. Vancy has looked good on both sides of the wicket. She sees that there is protection on the leg side boundary. And so she's been trying to go on the offside where there is much more fielders outside the circle. Short delivery, cut away, but stopped in the circle by Harsha. Dot delivery. Jaswinder now. To Vancy. Flighted delivery. She comes down the track, drives it into the cover region, mid-off, runs across and keeps it down to a single. Two more deliveries to go in this over. Jaswinder comes in. Another flighted delivery, swept away. This time finds the gap behind square. The square leg fielder is giving it a chase, but probably won't be able to reach it on time. The ball crosses the fence, and it's been signaled 4 runs. Smart batting there by Akshi. She tried to go down the track, go to the mid-wicket region a couple of times, found the fielder every occasion. This time decided to target the gap behind square and successfully manages to get a boundary there. She moves on to 26. 3 boundaries to her name. Last ball of the over coming up. Another flighted delivery. She comes down, goes mid-wicket again. The fielder's in the business and has taken the catch. Mariam fielding at the deep mid-wicket fence. One of the safest hands in the team. Being part of both the dismissals in this game. The first one was a run out affected by her. This time she managed to take a catch. It was also good bowling by Jaswinder. Flighted delivery. Forced the batter to make a move. The batter made the wrong move and had lost her wicket. Could be a big wicket that, as we've said, the better batters are stacked at the top of the order. When you get a few wickets at the top, anything can happen in the later part of the innings. The partnership been broken. Lantau women 70 for 2 at the end of 9 overs, needing 47 more in the remaining 11 overs to seal this game. New batter in is Joylene. She was also the captain in the previous game. Normally with the new cricket rules, if the batter goes out caught, even if the batters have crossed, the new batter has to take strike. But this time it's the over that has finished, which means Vancy is going to be on strike instead of Joylene. And LSW are now on the attack now. They've brought back their premium strike bowler, Mariam Bibi, back on to bowl her third over. Could prove to be a bit of a gamble there. But Shanzeen definitely needed to be replaced. She wasn't having the best of the days with the ball. Trying to get the field right to begin with. Mid-off inside the circle. Mid-on outside. Mid-wicket inside the circle. Square leg outside. Fine leg inside the circle. Third is outside. There's a point inside the circle. Extra cover is outside. And then cover is outside the circle. So in outfield, every alternate fielder is outside the circle, going from leg side to offside. Mariam runs in. Crosses the umpire. Delivers full toss. And it's been given a no ball because it was above waist height. That could have been dangerous for the batter. Vancy tried to pull it, got the toe end of the bat, decided not to go through for a single, wants to face the free hit herself, even though the ball went into a gap which could have been an easy single. Decides that she's going to take the free hit on herself. She's not out. 22 of 21 deliveries, 2 boundaries to her name. Mariam runs in once again, crosses the umpire, delivers full delivery, edged away. Third is on the boundary, so it's going to be just a single. Vancy wanted to go after it, go over cover. Unsuccessful. only manages to get a single by edging it to third. Joylene taking the guard, getting ready to face Mariam. Field changes a bit for Joylene, bit more aggressive. Mid-on comes inside the circle. Extra cover comes inside the circle. Third is back. Square leg is back. And fine leg is now going back. Do we sense a bouncer coming in? I doubt. Maybe it's a double bluff. She's going to go for the Yorker. Mariam comes in, crosses the umpire, goes for the Yorker, but fended successfully by Joylene. Yorker, if you can execute it to perfection, is probably the safest ball to bowl for a fast bowler. It's an aggressive and defensive option in one. Mariam comes in once again, full and straight, outside off stump, given as a wide. LSW women are playing right now, trying to win the game. LSW men will be in action later today on the same ground in the men's Premier League. Mariam runs in once more. Full delivery, again fended safely by Joylene. No run. 3 more balls to go before drinks. LSW would love to get a wicket going into the drinks break. Mariam running in for the 4th time this over. Play and a miss by the batter. Another dot ball. It's been a good over so far, even though it started with a wild no ball. It's only yielded 4 runs as of now in the 4 deliveries that have been bowled. 4 legal deliveries, mind you. 2 more deliveries to go in this over. Can Mariam get a wicket? Can she get the breakthrough that the captain brought her on for? She runs in, crosses the umpire, delivers the ball full and straight. Another play and a miss by Joylene. She's definitely had the upper hand in this battle, Mariam. Yes, dot balls are important, but wickets are what LSW need right now. They are chasing the game after that expensive 21 run over from their captain. Last ball before drinks. Mariam starts running, crosses the umpire, bowls, full delivery, another play and a miss, and finishes off with a dot ball. So at the end of 10 overs, Lantau women 73 for the loss of 2 wickets. And that's going to be drinks. Right then, back on air after drinks. Lantau CC, 73 for 2 at the drinks break. Needing 44 more runs in the last 10 overs to win. We saw the fielding side make a comeback after drinks in the first innings. Is it going to be the same in the second innings? Time will tell, but LSW really need to make that comeback. At the same stage, LSW were 71 for the loss of 1 wicket in their batting innings. Lantau, 2 runs more, but they've lost 1 extra wicket. How impactful will that be? Jaswinder to continue from the softball court end. Vancy is going to face the first ball after drinks. Jaswinder comes in. Flighted delivery outside off stump. Been called wide. It was the fielding effort by Lantau that enabled them to make the comeback after drinks. Jaswinder once more. Flighted delivery yet again outside off stump. Defended back to the bowler. Vancy thinking she could have hit that wherever she liked. But I guess the situation of the game demands her to just stay there until the end, make sure she sees her team through. Jaswinder once again flighted delivery. This time she plays it into the leg side and the batters go through for a single. There's no third fielder, which means if the batters manage to get the ball behind point, there's a lot of runs to be made, but the pace that Jaswinder is bowling is very slow. This time Joylene manages to cut that behind point. Harsha giving it a chase. The batters coming back for the second. The throw is good, but the batters are quick enough and they make it safely. As I was saying, a lot of acreage behind point. Now the point fielder has moved from point to backward point. No, they haven't. They're moving back into point. So still a lot of acreage behind point if the batter can get that. This time she hits it straight and hits her non-striker's bat. The batters decide not to go for a single. It's a dot ball. Jaswinder comes in. Another flighted delivery, this time fuller. It's cut away into the offside, but there's protection in the circle. It's a dot ball. The pace at which Jaswinder is bowling, it takes a lot of patience if you want to wait and place it all the way backward of point. Joylene did it once. Can she do it again? Jaswinder once more. Outside off stump, she tries to do it, but hits it in front of point. It could be dangerous, but the pickup and throw was not as quick as was needed. So the batters go through for a single safely, and at the end of 11 overs, Lantau 78 for the loss of 2 wickets. .39 needed in 9 overs. There's a change in bowling. Mariam has been taken out of the attack, rightfully so. She's got just 1 over left and her 1 over is precious. They want to use it at the best possible time. And so we have a change in bowling. The new bowler is waiting for confirmation from the scorer of who the new bowler is. It seems like it's Alina. She comes in, bowls, and gets it full and straight onto the pads, but I guess going down leg side. Yes, that's right. The new bowler is Alina. Right arm over the wicket. Comes in, crosses the umpire, delivers another full delivery, but this time down leg side. Been called wide. Keeper had missed it, but fine leg cleans it up, and it's a just 1 extra. Quite aggressive from Lantau in terms of, from LSW in terms of the field setting. Only 2 boundary riders. There is a deep mid wicket and a deep square leg. Alina runs in once more, crosses the umpire, bowls. This time it's a full toss over the waist height and it's been called another no ball. As I was saying, quite an aggressive field setting from LSW, but that is not what they want on a free hit. Fancy. In fact, it's Joylene this time who's got the chance to face the free hit. Other than a deep mid wicket and deep square, all the other fielders are inside the circle. She can go wherever she likes. Alina runs in once again, bowls. Full delivery, Joylene goes after it, but it's a miss. So no damage done on the free hit. It's a dot ball on the free hit. Joylene failed to make a connection. She wanted to go in between the deep mid and deep square fielders, but unfortunately did not connect at all. 2 legal deliveries bowled in this over so far. Lantau's score has reached 80. Alina once again crosses the umpire. Full toss, driven into the offside, but there's a fielder in the circle. That stops it. Keeps it to a dot ball. 37 more needed. 8.3 overs left, which is 51 deliveries. Alina runs in, crosses the umpire, bowls. Full delivery, swept away by Joylene, but there's a fielder on deep square leg. She's going to keep it to just a single. Jonna cleans it up. Good throw back to the keeper, so just a single. Myra has been good behind the stumps in the absence of Yasmin. Two more balls to go in this over. Vensi on strike now. Alina crosses the umpire, bowls. Full delivery. It's in the air, but away from the bowler. Otherwise could have been a candidate for cotton ball. Stuck in the pitch a bit, but good for the batter that it went not straight back at the bowler. Last ball of the 12th over coming up. Alina comes in one more time, crosses the umpire. Yorker length, dug away into the leg side, and the batters go through for a single. Vancy is going to keep the strike. At the end of 12 overs, Lantau CC 82 for the loss of 2 wickets. The 6th bowler is the one that LSW needs to get the overs out. Their first 4 bowlers look like they all are eligible enough to bowl their full quota of 4 overs, but that 6th bowler, they need 4 more overs from the 5th and 6th bowler. Shanzeen has bowled 1, Alina has bowled 1. They need 2 more overs for their 5th bowler, Jaswinder, into her last over. Vancy comes down the track, hits it to mid-wicket. Just a single. Right then, Joylene. She looks solid on the offside. Managed to hit cut shots both sides of point in the previous over. There's still no third fielder, so if she can get it backward of point, there's a lot of runs to be made. Jaswinder comes in once again. Another flighted delivery, driven straight down, but Shanzeen cleans it up at the covers. Dot ball. Jaswinder to Joylene. Flighted delivery. She comes down the track, pulls it away to mid-wicket. Just a single. Mariam is fielding at the mid-wicket. And that's an overthrow. The keeper misses the throw. There was no fielder backing up. And it's gone all the way for 4 overthrows. That's the last thing LSW wanted at this stage. It was a clean pickup and a throw, but there was no one backing that up. The keeper did not manage to collect the throw. The fielder at point did not back the throw up, and it's gone for 4 overthrows. Lantau's dugout happy. 4 free runs for them. It also does take them to 88, I believe. because that will be 5 runs. The batters went through for a single as well. Jaswinder to Vancy, who comes down the track, hits it over mid-off, and mid-off has taken it! Doesn't manage to clear the inner circle. At the edge of the circle, the mid-off fielder completes the catch. Do we have a twist in the tail? Vancy, the set batter on 26, has departed. Third wicket down for Lantau. Great catch at mid-off. And just when we were thinking that everything is falling apart for LSW, they are striking back. New batter in is Mehek, captain today. Alina, who had bowled the previous over, was fielding at mid-off and has taken a brilliant catch. Was over her head. She had to stretch her arms fully up to take that catch. Brilliant fielding effort that. Catches win you matches, and that is probably going to be one of the key elements of the victory if LSW manage to pull it off. Mehek to face Jaswinder for 5th ball of the over coming up. Flighted delivery outside of stump. Mehek guides it behind point for a single. The third gap has not yet been plugged. So after point and until fine leg on the leg side, there's no one protecting that area other than the keeper. Last ball of the over coming up. Jaswinder to Joylene. The sweeper on the offside has been called inside the circle. So no protection on the offside boundary now. Jaswinder comes in, flighted delivery. Joylene punches it into the offside. Shanzeen with a diving effort keeps it to a dot ball. That's going to be the end of the 13th over. Lantau women 89 for 3. They need 28 in the last 7 overs. 7 wickets in hand. 42 balls to go. 4 runs and over required. Alina is going to continue from the Argyle Street end, it looks like. After this game, we're going to have a short lunch break, but then you can tune in again for the Men's Premier League in the evening. We've got USRC Premier facing off Little Saiwan Premier. A lot of national team stars will be in action. Ehsan Khan, Shahid Wasif, Babar Hayat. All of them in the squad. It's going to be a good game, this one. But back to the game on hand right now. Alina comes in, crosses the umpire, bowls. Good delivery. Mehek play a miss. Tried to guide it into the offside just like she did on her first delivery to get off the mark, but unsuccessful to make a connection this time. Alina would be on high after taking that amazing catch in the previous over. Comes in again, bowls. Good length delivery, fended into the offside. No chance to get a single. Mariam is fielding inside the circle on the offside, and she's on her toes, keeping the batters in check. Always inviting them to chance out her arm because she knows she backs her skills. She can get that impact from her fielding. She's already got a run out and a catch to her hand. But this will not help LSW's cause. Alina bowls a no ball. The batters also go through for a bye because the keeper had missed it. And it's going to be a free hit. Happened in the previous over as well, but the free hit was a play and a miss from Joylene. Let's see if Joylene can make a connection this time. Field can change because the batters have crossed, but LSW not interested to change the field. Alina comes in, bowls, slower delivery. Another play and a miss from Joylene. She seems to have a knack of bowling good deliveries whenever there's a free hit on. Maybe they do training regarding that in their nets or situational trainings or whatever they have when practicing. Or maybe it's just a natural instinct under pressure. 4th ball of the over coming up. Bangs in short this time, but pitches it outside the playing surface. Or maybe it bounced twice before the crease. But it's been given as a no ball. And another free hit. Will Joylene be able to make the connection this time? We'll know in a couple of seconds. Alina starts running from the top of her run-up. Crosses the umpire. Bowls. Half tracker yet again. Bounces twice yet again. Another no ball. Free hit will continue. She looks tired. That's a tired shoulder throwing those balls down. Mariam trying to have a conversation with her, telling her to calm down. No need to generate any pace. Just pitch it in line and it's going to take care of itself. Alina once again runs in, reaches the mark, bowls. This time it's in line. Joylene manages to make a connection this time, but sweeps it straight to the deep square leg fielder. Just a single. 2 more deliveries to go in this over. 5 runs of the over already. We see Ruchita at extra cover, warming up. Alina runs in once again. Misdirects it once again. It's a wide down leg side. Two more deliveries to go in this over. 6 of it already. Required run rate was 4 when the over started. So all good for Lantau. Alina comes in. Bowls. Good delivery, fended back to the bowler. It's a dot ball. She would be looking to bowl another good ball and get out of this over. Mehak, captain for Lantau, on strike right now. Alina comes in, delivers, and another wide delivery. She'll have to re-bowl that one. No, it's not been given as a wide. Maybe the batter shuffled a bit and it would have hit them in their original stance, and that's why probably the umpires haven't called it as a wide. But regardless, it's the end of the over. After 14 overs, Lantau CC 95 for the loss of 3 wickets, needing 22 to seal this game with 6 overs to go. Right then, change in bowling. Ruchita, who took the new ball, bowled 2 overs in the power play, is now back with the ball. She's another one of those bowlers whom LSW banks on. She's bowled 2 overs, given away just 9 runs, hasn't taken a wicket, but has been economical, and that's going to be super helpful. Dot balls are gold. They're going to build the pressure on the batters as well. Quite an aggressive field set that. Only deep square leg, the only fielder on the boundary, everyone else inside the circle. As Ruchita starts from the top of her mark, delivers half tracker outside off stump, left alone by the batter, given as a wide. Ruchita apologizing to the team. Comes in yet again to bowl her first legal delivery. Half tracker again into the offside. Good backing up by the extra cover fielder. Keeps it down to a dot ball. Joylene, 10 not out of 22 deliveries. Ruchita comes in once again, this time fuller in length, and again fended into the offside, dot ball. So after that wide, she's found her line, bowl 2 dot balls, applying some pressure on the batters. Ruchi comes in once again. Batter is down the track and misses the ball. The keeper affects a stumping. That's a breakthrough LSW wanted. Fourth wicket down for Lantau. The set batter, Joylene, who was 10 of 23 deliveries, has lost her wicket. She played 2 dot balls, was looking to attack this one. All the fielders inside the circle, and she couldn't manage to get that away. Has lost her wicket. And that's 4 down for Lantau. Again, never consider the game is over. The required run rate may be just 3.6 and over, but top order batters are much more skillful than the lower order batters in this format of the game. And hence, the bowling side, if they can get a few quick wickets, they can never count themselves out of the game. They're always in the game. We saw how Lantau managed to pull things back after taking some wickets after the drinks break. LSW trying to do a bit of the same. They've got 21 more runs to play with. And they've got 6 wickets that they need to take. Alternatively, they could bowl a few dot balls and make Lantau run out of balls. Another appeal for stumping. It was a play and a miss by the batter, but given not out by the umpire, it's a dot ball. So 4 balls into this over, just 1 run of the extra that was bowled on the first ball, and then 1 wicket. No runs off the bat yet, but this time the batters go through for a single. Mehak, the captain, now back on strike. She's been out there for 6 balls, scored 1 run. She's got a calm head on her shoulders. For Lantau to win this game, she's going to have to bat through to the 20th over. See their team to victory. Last ball of the over fended into the offside, but there's protection, so dot ball to finish the over. Right then, last 5 overs of the innings coming up. 20 needed in the last 5 overs at 4 runs and over. If you just look at the scorecard, you would say upper hand to Lantau. But if you've been following this league, you would say it's even Stevens right now. It could be anyone's game from here. Couple of wickets, couple of dotted overs, and that could mean victory for LSW. On the other hand, some undisciplined bowling in extras or a couple of boundaries here and there, good running between the wickets could mean victory for Lantau. Bowling change from the Argyle Street end. Romella has come back into the attack, crosses the umpire, bowls, and the keeper misses it. It's been given as a no ball because it pitched outside the wicket. The batters don't go through. Oh, it's been given as a wide. It pitched on the surface, but just a bit too wide of the batter. Regardless, she'll have to re-bowl that. Romella to Myra. Crosses the umpire, bowls outside the off stump yet again, another wide. LSW will have to control these extras if they are to have any chance of winning this game. They don't have a lot of runs to play with. Mariam just walking to Romella and giving her some tips, telling her all you need to do is get the ball in the line, in the playing area. Rest is going to take care of itself. She fails to do that yet again. It's another wide delivery. Required run rate was 4 and over. She's given away 3 already without having bowled legal delivery. Pressure off from the batters. That's also 100 up for Lantau CC. They have reached the score of 100. Need 17 more to win. Romella comes in once again. This time manages to bowl it in line and it's a dot ball. Everyone in the circle saving the single except for a deep mid-wicket fielder. This time outside off stump. Myra tried to cut it, but it was a play and a miss. Clean take by the keeper, another dot ball. So Rumela seems to have found her length after bowling a couple of wides up front. Coming in to bowl the third legal delivery of her over. Defended into the offside, another dot ball. So 3 dots in a row, but she's bowled 3 wide, so it's like bowling 3 balls for 3 runs. Rumela runs in once again, crosses the umpire, ball swept away by Myra. There's no protection on the square leg fence. The ball is running away deep mid wicket and square leg are giving it a chase. It stops just before the boundary, but the batters are coming back for a third. It could be dangerous, but the throw is not well directed and they go through for 3 runs. LSW looking to be a bit aggressive. Square leg was inside the circle. That shot from Myra evaded the fielder successfully, and I guess now they are looking to send the square leg fielder back to the boundary. Well, it could have paid off had that gone to the hands of the fielder. Would have been a wicket. But that's how cricket works. There's tons of acreage in the ground. It's a fine game of margins. But that means that this over has already yielded 6 runs and there's still 2 legal deliveries to go in this over. Rumela to Mehek. Runs in, crosses the umpire, bowls. Pulled away into the leg side, but straight to mid-on. The batters decide against taking a single, and it's a dot ball. Last ball of the over coming up. Rumela crosses the umpire, bowls. Hit away into the offside, straight to the fielder, but the batters managed to go through for a single. That was a good fielding effort and keeping effort, but it was a comfortable single in the end. And at the end of 16 overs, Lantau CC 104 for the loss of 4 wickets. 13 needed to win the game. 4 overs left. Required run rate now down to 3.25 an over. Effectively, at this stage, people don't really count the runs required. They think about how many hits we need to finish the game. 13 runs means you need 2 to 3 boundaries and you're going to be home. LSW realizing that. All the fielders inside the circle, no protection on the boundary. Ruchita bowling to Mehek, who hits it into the offside, and the batters run for a quick single. The fielder was a bit too slow to pick up and throw and has allowed 1 run. Now then, Myra is going to be on strike, who bowled an amazing last over to finish off the innings. In the first innings, gave away only 2 runs in the 20th over, took a wicket as well, to face Ruchita, who bowls a wide on the offside. Extras count already up to 31. In their bowling innings, Lantau had bowled 19 extras. That's a significant difference, and that could probably be the difference maker between the winning and the losing team. Quicker one this time, hit into the offside. Batters going through for a run, could be dangerous, but not to be. A good throw would have meant curtains for Mehek. Not this time. $11 more needed. 22 balls to go. 10 more needed rather. 20 balls to go. Bit of a change in fielding. Mariam has gone now into the offside to beef up that region. Ruchita comes in, crosses the umpire, bowls. Mehek fends it into the offside. Oh, had that hit the stumps, that could have been close. Good effort by Shenzeen, a clean pickup and shy at the stumps. Didn't manage to throw them down though. So no damage done at the end, just a dot ball. 3 more balls to go in this over. Ruchita to Mehek. Crosses the umpire, bowls. Mehek goes aerial, straight to the mid-off fielder on a couple of bounces, and it's a single. 2 more balls to go in this over. I sense that Mariam is going to be coming back into the attack very soon. It's about time they use her last over. Ruchita comes in, bowls. Half tracker into the offside, hit over the inner circle. Mariam is giving it a chase. The batters are coming back for a second, and they'll make it safely. So 2 more runs to the total for Lantau. They have reached 110 and now need only 7 more runs to seal the game. Myra is playing a good hand here, 7 of 9. Ruchita coming in to bowl. Fends it into the offside. And that's going to be the end of the 17th over. Last 3 overs, 7 runs needed, 6 wickets in hand. From the looks of the scoreboard, looks like a walk in the park for Lantau, but I would never rule anything out in the Hong Kong Women's Premier League. Any team can come back at any point in time. This over, 18th over of the game, is going to be super crucial. It's make or break time for LSW. Mariam Bibi, their star fast bowler, coming back on to bowl this over. It's going to be the last over of her spell. In her 3 overs, she has given away 18 runs, hasn't taken any wickets, but of that 18, 6 were extras, which she's only got herself to blame for. If she gets it right in this over, we could see a twist in the tail. Starts running from the top of her run-up. Crosses the umpire. Bowls. Full delivery. Beats the batter. But no damage done. Dot ball. She will have to be on the money for all the 6 deliveries. Can't afford to bowl any wides. Can't afford to bowl any no balls. Can't afford to give any freebies to the batters. Fielders in the circle defending the single. Third and fine leg outside the circle, saving the boundary in case the batter edges it or something. Comes in for the second time this over. Crosses the umpire. Full and straight, left alone by the batter, and it's a dot ball. Lantau realize it. Lantau know why Mariam has come into the attack right now. They know she's here to take a wicket. They know she's here to get their team a breakthrough, and they're respecting that. They're like, we can see you off, and we're still going to have 12 more deliveries to get those 7 runs. Any runs we get off this over, bonus. Mariam, for the 3rd time this over, crosses the umpire, bowls full delivery, but down the leg side, and the keeper has missed it. The batters are running through. That's going to be 2 wides, 2 free runs to Lantau. Extras, as I said, are going to play a key role in differentiating the winning and the losing team here. Can't fault Mariam though, 100% effort. She's giving all she has. She comes in again, this time to Myra. Crosses the umpire. Delivers straight delivery. Batter misses it, and it's another dot ball. 5 runs needed for Lantau to win this game. It's within 1 shot to win this game. Although I feel it is unlikely that we see the first maximum of this match hit just to as a winning shot. Mariam for the fourth legal delivery of the over. Runs in, crosses the umpire, bowls. Quick delivery outside off stump. Play and a miss by the batter. Another dot ball. 4 balls have been bowled in this over. Only 2 runs off the over, and that 2 were extras. She's decided to shorten her run up this time. Crosses the umpire, delivers it. And the shorter run up just not working for her. Ends up bowling a wide. So 1 more extra run to the Lantau score. 4 runs needed to win the game. Will Myra go for glory? Or are they going to do it in singles? Or is LSW going to do it for them in extras? We'll see. Mariam runs in for the 5th legal delivery of her over. Crosses the umpire, back from the full run-up. Gets the Yorker right. It's been hit to mid-on, and the batters are taking her on, going for a single. Direct hit would have been curtains for her, but not to be this time around. Another run added to Lantau's score. 3 more needed for victory. 13 deliveries to go. Last ball of Mariam's over coming up. She's looked dangerous, but the extras have not helped her cause today. Runs in, crosses the umpire, delivers full and straight. Yorker gets it right, but Mehek manages to dig it out with her bat. And that's going to be the end of the 18th over. At the end of 18, Lantau 1-1-4 for the loss of 4 wickets, needing 3 more runs to win in the last 2 overs. So Mariam has been bowled out 4 overs 22, no wickets. Ruchita is bowled out 4 overs 17. 1 wicket to her name, which means we're going to have 2 new bowlers bowling the 19th and the 20th over. Alina is going to take the 19th over from the basketball court end, softball court end. I was like, why did I say basketball? Attacking field set from LSW. All the fielders inside the circle, no boundary riders. Mid-off, though, now going back to long off. And mid-on is at the edge of the circle. Mid-off being called back into the circle. So everyone inside the circle. Mehek waits patiently for them to get the field right. 3 runs needed. Alina runs in, crosses the umpire, bowls outside off stump, defended easily by Mehek. "11 more balls, 3 runs needed." Lantau batters seem content that as long as they play out the overs, either they're going to get the extras or they're somehow going to get the 3 runs. This time it's pitched short. The batter, I guess if they had left it, it would have bounced twice before the crease and would have been a no ball, but they decided to go for it and met it before it bounced the second time, and so it's a dot ball. Alina to Mehek for the 3rd time this over. She's kept a clean sheet in terms of extras this over. Pitches it short. It's been hit to the left of mid-wicket, and it's a single. My bad, that was Myra on strike then. It's Mehek on strike now. 2 more needed in 9 deliveries. Alina's been good so far, given away just 1 in her 3 deliveries, hasn't bowled an extra. Mehek hits it into the leg side. There's a misfield on square leg. A clean pickup and throw might have meant a run out, but that is not to be. Scores are level. Just 1 more needed for Lantau to seal the deal. All the fielders inside the circle. Will Myra go over the top? Or will they just hit and run? Alina comes in. Myra tries to cut it. Play and a miss. Last ball of the 19th over coming up. LSW would really want to take it to the last over. Nerves can get the better of any team at any time. This will have to be quite extraordinary for LSW to pull it back though. Last ball of the 19th over. Myra hits it into the offside. No run. So yes, we are going to the last over. 1 run needed. It's going to be Mehak on strike for the last over. Rumela has 1 over left. Alina has 1 over left, but she has just bowled, so she cannot bowl anymore. Shanzeen has not had a great day with the ball, so I doubt she's going to come back to bowl. So it's going to be Rumela to bowl the last over. She's been good, 3 overs for 19 runs, but of those 19, 8 have been extras. With only 1 run needed, she's going to have to keep a lid on that tendency. Bowling a wide or a no ball at this stage is just going to end the game. Can Rumela pull off an unexpected twist at this stage? There's no fine leg. 2 fielders at square leg, each side of the umpire. Now they've realized that backward square has been sent to fine leg. Rumela at the top of her run-up. Batter waiting patiently for the field to be set. Rumela starts running, crosses the umpire, bowls. Mehak goes for it, gets it into the gap on the leg side, and the batters complete the first run. That's going to be the end of the game. Lantau have pulled it off. They've won this game with 6 wickets and 5 balls to spare. Mehak, the captain at the end, making sure that they go through the finish line.
Summary?
Batting team लगा दो पहले. Batting team I2. Batting team 2. Right then, for the batters from Lantau, Akshi, the opener, started well with 26 of 33, 3 boundaries to her name, supported very well in the partnership by Vancy, who got 26 of 28, 2 boundaries to her name. Joylene got a good 10, and in the end, the captain, Mehak, with 6 runs not out, sealing the deal for the team. Moving on to the bowling card. For LSW, the pick of the bowlers was Jaswinder, 4 overs, 25 for 2 wickets. Ruchita supported well with 4 overs, 17 and a wicket. Mariam, Rumela and Alina doing their part to take it deep for LSW as well. But in the end, all of that proved insufficient as Lantau sealed the victory with 6 wickets and 5 balls to spare. Akshi, the star with the bat for them. And in the first innings, it was Suman with the ball and Akshi also taking 2 wickets with the ball. Safe to say, a big candidate for player of the match there, Akshi. And that's going to be it from our broadcast. Signing off from Mission Road, your commentator, Yagzan Rajan. Tune in later for the USRC versus LSW Men's Premier League game later today.